What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today, ZBCN. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, all right? It's the 12th day of June. Here we are at about $0.0046 with 21 hours and 46 minutes left in the day, up 4.8% already, up 8.8% yesterday. Let's get something with volume on it, right? Let's see. We have Bybit. There it is. Not a lot of volume. Nothing. This might not be a proper representation though. Sometimes it looks like it's not a lot of volume relative to the chart. But if we look at Zebec here, no. Okay, hold on. ZBCN. ZBC is migrating to ZBCN. Well, yeah, we already knew that. The volume's actually pretty good. Yeah, the volume is pretty good. So disregard that, right? I don't really care that it says that it's below average volume. That's because you had massive volume over here. So, and this is a 45-day period average, so it's a little skewed. You actually, yesterday was the most volume that you've seen in about a week's time. So, in all fairness, little volatility, a wick on both ends there. It's like a green dual-ended lightsaber right there, right? Here you are moving up, and I think that you are at the top end of this downward sloping trend here, so you probably move down a little bit, right? That's my expectation at least. Let's look at the short-term stuff to see if we can confirm that. It's very possible that you move up higher before moving lower, but I don't think by any means that we're out of the woodworks yet. I think that we do have, before we move higher, I think that we do have lower to go before we move higher. But time will tell. We'll see how it goes. I'll give you some invalidation points too, actually, before we get into the short-term stuff. Let's see. From a low to a high, if ZBCN can get above 0.0553, just get above 0.055, let's say 554, get a little bit above that, right? If you can get above that on a daily closing basis, things might be bullish, you guys. But you got to get above it on a daily closing basis. And I would say 2 days in a row even, right? You don't want to move up here and then move down the next day, because if you do, you're just back testing prior support, right? Prior support right there for resistance and then coming down. Volatility happens, right? Just because you move up a little bit doesn't mean that you're still absolved of moving down. You can move up. If you moved up like that to the golden ratio, you'd actually be probably right at the overbought zone. And if you rejected that next day, rejecting the overbought zone with lower highs, like you're just prolonging the inevitable, right? A lot of people are afraid of moves like this that just get like so dramatically bearish so fast. But I think moves like that are the best, because the worst thing really is time. Taking so much time to get down there. You could have been invested in so much other stuff. Taking time, and I even drew it in a way that takes less time. Doing stuff like this, right? Like, I can't draw it properly, but you see what I'm trying to say, right? If we just move straight down, that would be the most effective thing. But I would say that getting above 0.0554 for 2 closing days in a row, not just 1, 2, then I would start to think maybe we are moving up. Maybe that is the low. And let's try to rationalize that real quick. I keep trying to get to the short-term stuff, but I'm dilly-dallying here. Let's try to rationalize that. I mean, from a low to a high here, you wicked below the 236 in all fairness. I don't know. That's not really a good argument right there. Maybe there's another argument we can make. Let's see. High to low here. High to low here. Yeah, kind of. I mean, you did, even with the wick here below the golden ratio, that's fine. As long as you're closing, I mean, that's actually fine. That's not a bad look. But if you do close below the golden ratio, absolutely you're going to the 0.034 area. And let me remind you, it's very common to reject this area and go right to the 1414. This could have been that attempt. It's very possible that you do have your low there. The only thing that's keeping me from saying that is this relative fib, which I would say is pretty damn significant. Literally from your all-time lows to your all-time highs, I think it's pretty significant, right? That's not too typical, but crypto has been doing this thing recently, Bitcoin especially, where you're still finding support at your 236 area and then moving up. So I'm not going to count it out completely, but it's not the statistical probability at this point. Let's look at the short-term stuff, and then we'll zoom out from there. Again, 0.0553, 0.0554, that's the area that you want to get above if you want to prove C-Zar the bear wrong, right? At least wrong for me saying that this is not the low and that we go lower. I'm not under the impression yet that this is the low. It could have been. And yesterday, 2 days ago, we were saying that you're still at good areas to buy, right? If you had no ZBCN, this is a good area to buy. It never hurts to DCA. But if you wait, you probably do get a little bit lower prices. The 1 hour time frame looks bullish right now. That's some good volume that you got. That is some good volume that you got on this move up. You're breaking out here. But you're breaking out, right? You moved up and the volume came in. You're consolidating, you're moving up more, less tenacious, less volume. Yeah, you're probably going to form some bearish divergence, a double top or something, and then move down. So I wouldn't be surprised if you moved up a little bit but then rejected. Unless something happens where you do move up more significant and volume does start to come in. You don't need as much volume as you saw here, but something that just has this little area of volume increasing. As long as you're increasing in volume as you're moving higher, I don't have a problem with it. You could absolutely go higher. You might go all the way up to 0.0553 and turn around from there, right? Maybe you go all the way up there and then turn around. Just because you get there, again, doesn't validate this as a low. You have to get there and break through there. You have to stay up there for 2 days. But at this point in time, I don't know, man. You look kind of more primed to go lower if I'm just being honest. I want to look at this. Let's look at this high to low real quick. Yeah, a little bit higher sounds about right. 382, bearish divergence, back down. If you get below, so I gave you the line to invalidate me, right? Let's get the line to validate me. If on a daily close you're below 0.0434, I would even say multiple 4-hour closes, but a daily close will do as well. 0.0434, if we get below there on a 4-hour or daily time frame closing period, 2 4-hour closing periods, 1 daily closing period, I would be convinced that this is just standard volatility. Moving up to the 382 before moving down here. Let's see if we've done this already. Actually, this is fun to do sometimes, right? Just so you know too, in your own fib analysis, if you're ever doing this, anybody using the fibs, you're starting from here. Clearly you have a high to a low here. It's clear, but these lows weren't so clear. So let's go back in time and see how you performed with these lows. Well, from a high to a low here, you did go all the way up to your 0.5. Okay, that's cool. From a high to a low here, same thing, but you went to your 382, so a little bit regressive there. We don't really have anything else to go off of. Maybe here from a high to a low, you went all the way up to your 786, 886 golden. Not really what we're looking for. So you did go to your 0.5, and you did find some resistance at your 382 relative to these lows here. I would say if I'm wrong and you don't find resistance at the 382, maybe you then do go up to the 0.5 and find resistance. As I'm looking at this, I'm more and more inclined to believe that we don't go to the area that would invalidate me at 0.0554. Why is it different now? It's on Bybit, that's why. Round it up, say 0.0556. I'm sorry I keep changing it on you by a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a penny, but 0.0556, get above there. I would adhere to Bybit more than the other chart because Bybit has the most volume for this thing as far as exchanges go. But at this point in time, I'm most convinced that we stop somewhere between 0.047 to 0.051. Okay, something in this area. And if you go a little bit higher, that doesn't invalidate me. Maybe you wick a little bit higher, whatever, who cares? But then you go lower. Looking at this on the 1-hour RSI, the 1 hour is bullishly charged right now, but I think it will be short-lived. So today might be a good day. Today might close green. Maybe you move up and then you come back down and you close red, whatever, but I would assume that the following days, tomorrow, the next day are probably red as well. And I mean, obviously until you get down to your anticipated target of 0.034 or lower, I'm thinking 0.034 to 0.029 is where you're going to go. You could go lower. You could go to 0.022. There's reasons to believe that, right? And crazier things have happened in crypto. And then just rip to the upside again. You pull another 10x in a month and a half. It could happen, man. But I'm thinking more 0.034 to 0.029 is the area. Did you just wick and hit that now? We just did that. Wow, right here. We literally just did it. Oh, man, you tipped it. They heard me talking about it, man. Never mind. That's it. We just did it, guys. We just did it. We're going lower. That's that. Boom. So maybe today is a red day. I don't know. We'll see. It's a little bit too early to say, but that's a lot of volume coming in on this rejection here. Right at the 382 too, man. You just missed it. I don't know. Let's see. It's still early. We're on the 5-minute time frame. It's not that significant. The 1 hour still has 37 minutes left. Let's wait for this 1 hour to close. If you're watching this, you Zebecians out there, the Zebecans, Zebeconing has begun. If you're watching this and it's the second hour, right? You see down here how it says 2. It's 2 o'clock in the morning on the 12th of June. Not where I'm at. It's actually like 8 o'clock where I'm at, but 2 o'clock in the morning here on this chart. If this closes red, then that was the high. If it can close with more than or less than half a wick, then I would say you have a chance of going higher, and even statistically probable that you do go higher. Okay, so by the time most of you watch this, this hour should be close to being closed. But right now it looks like you're rejecting, man. It does look like you're rejecting. We'll see. It's right now it looks like that, but you have over half the candle to go, so who cares what it looks like right now. Let's wait for the closing conviction. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, higher highs in the RSI, lower highs in the price. That is, say it with me, Hidden bearish divergence. Yes, yes it is. It's hidden bearish divergence. What about the low to high here? What's this doing? Low to high. Wow, that's a deep retracement back off of this. That's crazy. Crazy volatile. But overall, the 4 hour sucks, man. It looks bad. It does look pretty bad. You're actually at an area that you would expect to find resistance. Maybe you go up a little bit higher, but that's just the same stuff of what I've been saying, man. Maybe you go up a little bit higher, but you're in an area to find resistance. I wouldn't be too strong on it. Today could close green, but I'm thinking, at this point, I am thinking it closes red. I'm thinking tomorrow closes red. I'm thinking that you will. This is your little volatile moment before you continue to go down. But even if I'm wrong and we go up to 0.0556, I'm still not impressed until you get 2 days to close above it, right? Even if I'm wrong and you go above both these highs, you could go all the way up here and still move lower, guys. It's very common, okay? A move up like this to the golden ratio and then down, that's not crazy at all. That's actually pretty damn common. 4 hour RSI does look bearish to me. How can you say that? It's got the higher high. Again, higher high with lower high in price equals hidden bearish divergence. It's not a good thing. And you're getting oversold without getting overbought, and you're at an area to reject. I very much do feel confident that you're going to move down, man. Daily time frame, with something as robust as this, as magnificent of a move as you had recently, I would expect that you at least see the 40. So at least there in the daily RSI, if not the oversold zone itself, into it, right off of it, whatever, something like this, right at the 40, whatever it might be, any of those outcomes would express lower lows than here. And if we see a lower low, look at that right there. That's 0.034. That's right there at that primary target that we've held for such a long time now. I say such a long time. It really actually hasn't been that long. It's been like 2 weeks. But that's the expectation. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I would say, and not financial advice, not a financial advisor, I would say if you're looking to buy, man, yeah, that's bad. That's we'll see. We'll see. You still got a lot of time. You still have over half an hour to go, so who cares? You could rip all the way back up and close. But if you're looking to buy, I would say, I don't know, man. You know, me personally, and I am looking to buy a ZBCN. I wouldn't buy here. I would wait. I would wait for confirmation. I'd be happy to wait for confirmation, and that's okay. Wait until higher prices. If you have no ZBCN, I might do the thing where you do as I say, don't do as I do, where I think DCAing here is actually not a bad price. It's not a bad price to DCA in right here, but likely we still go down, and that's why I'd really heavily emphasize if you had like 100% of what you're trying to invest, maybe like 10%. It goes back down to this low, 20% goes in there. We go lower, throw in the rest, throw in like 30%, 40%, 50% right there. If it goes lower than that, you throw in the rest of what you got, the absolute maximum. If it goes up from there, then you throw the rest in. You never know where you're going to get, right? You buy back at this price. There's nothing wrong with DCAing on the way up too, you know what I mean? As long as you're DCAing at prices that are lower than where you originally started, I think that's the most effective, bringing that dollar cost average down. But I mean, if I'm just shooting from the hip, speaking from the heart, I don't think it's a good price to buy now. But I could be wrong. And that's why sometimes it's good practice to buy, is that even if you expect the price to go lower, you never know what can happen, man. But I do think that if we wait maybe like another week or so, like 5 days or more, you'll probably have that low area of 0.034 or lower awaiting for us, and that's the area that you want to buy. And again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you guys what to do. I'm telling you what I would do. Let's say that we're looking at this. Okay. Hold on. Let's say I had a guy, man, back in the day when I started my channel. I had like 200 subscribers or like 1,000 subscribers, and he told me that this. You guys hear the clicking? He told me that he didn't like that. I'm like, dude, that's like driving a car and saying you don't like that the engine's making noise. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I got a mouse. I'm sorry. I don't even know if you guys can hear the clicking, but he told me, he's like, can you not click your mouse? I'm like, I don't know what you're asking for me to do. Do you want me to just point at things and not use the indicators? I don't know. And I'm sorry if the mouse is loud, but it is the way it is. Until I get a different setup, I suppose. I don't know. Maybe there are some silent clicking mouses, but anyways, oh, I should look into that. That'd be cool, actually. I could use a new mouse. I'm getting distracted, guys, damn it. What are we looking for here? We're looking for this high to low. That's what it was. High to low. I'm trying to tell you guys what I would do. Not what you would do, not what you should do. This is not financial advice, but what I would do. If that's the 141400342, 342, I would probably buy just above there. In fact, maybe I would set my buy orders up layered between this zone here and right between that low, I would buy here. But what if it goes lower? What if it goes to 0.0029 C-Zar? I would just eat that loss, personally. I got in here. I'm happy. Oh no, it went down. I know it's going to come back up. Oh no, it goes lower. Maybe I could scrap some stuff together, sell some coins that have been pumping, and buy the one that dumped more than expected that's at prior areas of resistance for support. You have all the opportunity in the world if it goes lower. People look at the price going lower after you buy as if it's a bad thing. It's a good thing. If you believe it's going to come back up, it's a good thing. You can put more in there and get more out of your more bang for your buck. And again, I'm fine buying right below that low because right there, that's a 48% drop. I'm getting a 50% discount essentially from the high. So go lower. I don't care. I got you cheap anyways. You know what I mean? So again, not saying what you guys should do. I'm just saying what I do. How I buy is I look at a buying zone and I buy above it, and I layer. I like to layer. I don't throw it in all at once. I don't even do like 10%. If I had 100% of what I'm trying to buy, I don't even do like 10 sets of 10. I'll do like 20 different orders, 5% at a time, layering, maybe even less than that, honestly, sometimes. I will spend 30 minutes lining up orders, guys, ahead of time. I'm not saying that you should do that. I'm just saying that if you do that, you won't have to worry about it. It'll buy for you. If you have a bot or something that does that for you too, that might even be easier. But I got nothing else. I'm just rambling at this point. So hit the like button, subscribe, and I appreciate you all so much. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Okay, bye-bye.